this video, Chris is still working his way back from his knee injury, his meniscus surgery. So we're going to do a little Q&A with somebody who is getting ready to get back on the mats, getting back to grappling. Kind of what are some do's and don'ts that would be, you know, acceptable when you're rolling with somebody. Number one, I would say roll with someone you trust or grapple with someone you trust. So
no new white belts, no crazy people.
So everybody has pretty controlled movements, you kind of know each other's movements as well.
Yeah.
You've trained together before, so you kind of know, and they know your injury, know your condition, know how you move, and you know how they move.
Yeah. And then at the same time, you got to be, you know, I know when I've rolled with people that have come back from injury, you don't want to be the guy that hurts them. And,
right.
And so, you know, make sure that whoever you're rolling with is comfortable rolling with you.
So, someone you trust. Also, I'd say another rule would be make sure they're aware of your injury.
Yeah.
Let them know that it's this leg. Don't say don't worry about it. What do you think?
No, I agree. And
myself being on the other end of it, being the person rolling with somebody that has an injury, I always ask which knee is it, or which leg, or which arm, just so if we do get tangled up, I don't go for it, or I don't even put any pressure on that area.
I didn't think that.
Would you? I had an idea. Maybe would you put like something around, like a piece of tape around the leg or something to signify? Would you ever do anything like that?
If I'm that worried about it, I probably don't need to be rolling. I do wear a brace. Actually, I wear two braces. I've got the you call it neoprene.
Yeah.
And then I've also got a more substantial brace with side hinges that I can put on over this. Gives a lot of stability.
So number 4, do not attack the area. So if it's his knee or his ankle, stay away from that leg. Try not to do anything that's going to put pressure on it. Do you agree with that?
No knee buys.
No knee buys. So
yeah,
if you're unsure, I'd say just say you're not going to play legs at all, or not going to play arms. You're only going to go for necks or chokes, or only arm submission. So
yeah, and you know, transitioning in, doing the kind of positional stuff, so it doesn't get into.
So maybe set certain rules. Okay. I'd say communicate with your opponent during your grappling, while you're rolling, while you're flow rolling. I think talk to each other. Let them know if you're comfortable. Even if you're the guy that's rolling with the injured person, I would say, is that okay? Are you all right? Just say, yeah, keep going, or no, or whatever. Usually, I don't think people that are injured are going to speak up unless they're really in deep trouble, and sometimes that's a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, again, I kind of chalk that up to if you're really having to favor it that much, it might not be time to be back out there doing dynamic stuff.
I would say ask, though.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would check in with them, just make sure you're not putting any undue stress or pressure on their extremity or their joint that's injured or that's just been rehabbed.
But being the guy injured, the ultimate burden on that falls on you. You can't
Tap early. If you're rolling with somebody, I would say use the catch and release technique, if you will. So if you do feel like you're unsure of a submission, or if you feel like you're in a bad spot or they're in a bad spot, just let go of it and keep rolling. I think you both understand you're not trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good way. So going for submissions, but some people are stubborn, and so not necessarily like catch and release. So just have in your head that, if you feel like you got something on your opponent or they have you, try to communicate and be friendly, because we're all trying to stay on the mats.
Yeah, and again, I think at this stage of my game, I got to have a game plan for what I'm doing. So it's going to be figuring out how to get in my positions, half guard, transition from guard to half, setting up sweeps, probably not sweeping anybody for a while. So to just, rather than going in and just randomly rolling, kind of have a game plan for what you're working on that's not going to involve your leg that much.